friends. Archangel Michael at the bottom of the deck. Protection, guidance, balance, justice, taking on the dark for the light. That's the energy it's giving. That can be you, that can be others. Okay. Breaking free, and the chosen one. Archangel Michael, Hecate. It's giving like a little bit of dark goddess vibes, and then like going into the darkness, utilizing the darkness, and like they're showing me running back into the darkness to create justice within a system that refuses to give adequate justice. I don't know. But it's like you have done this work to free your mind, body, and soul from the system. From the system that is not working. Because you always knew better. There was a part of you that never really fully resonated with reality because it didn't make sense. And like I was just asking my husband this the other day. I was like, did like apologies make sense to you as a kid? Because like I was always being forced to apologize for things that I wasn't sorry for. Like if I said something that triggered somebody, but it wasn't necessarily rude or, you know, like mean or anything, but I had to apologize for it. And I never understood why, because I just said something. I would just say something and I had no bad intentions. It's just they filled in their own intentions and then I had to apologize for it. It was kind of weird. But it's like kind of giving that energy where there was something about reality that just never fully resonated with you. It didn't make sense. It's like, you know, with me, like with rules. Well, why do we have all these rules if we don't actually follow them? Especially like social norms. I'm like, most people don't even follow them or they're fake anyways. So what's the point of doing all of these performative things if they're not really authentic? You know what I mean? And so you broke free from those things because like there was a deep part of you that just knew better, that knew that this wasn't the way, that this wasn't working. And it's because you were put on this earth for that reason, to remember, so you could break free. You were chosen by your ancestors, you were chosen by God, spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, you were chosen. You were chosen to spark this new ripple effect within your family system, within your community. You are just supposed to be bringing new ideas, and you were always ostracized for these new ideas, but you're about to be rewarded for these new ideas. With the song We Can't Stop, it's like you like have been on this mission for a while, even if you didn't know it. And like there was just this part of you that was like, I can't stop until I'm done. You didn't know what done was. You didn't know where done was. You just were like, I can't stop until it's done. I can't stop. I can't stop. Because that higher level of consciousness was always guiding you and saying like, yeah, this is okay, but it's not where you want to be. Yeah, you're doing all right and you're happy, but it's not where you want to be. There is something way better out there for you. And it's like your higher power, your higher self, God, spirit, whatever, was just always letting you know, like there's always nudging you towards the better, whatever that better is, because the Matrix, that wasn't for you. You were too special for the Matrix. You were too special for the Matrix. That's why, like I was just saying, like I never understood like why we have all these social norms that nobody really follows or they're insincere. And so it's like you were in the Matrix, but then you woke up and you like were like, I'm just not subscribing to that anymore. I'm not subscribing to work hard to get paid a lot. You know, like there's just so many things that like you no longer subscribe to because you're seeing like people not subscribing to it and being successful. Like I was just like reading like that, I think the Blackstone CEO made like $9,000 a minute. You can't tell me she was working that hard. I'm sorry, you can't. And how are you gonna make $9,000 a minute when we got people not even making like enough to eat every day? Do you know what I mean? You know, a lot of us, like, there's so many people that, like, went to school, you know, because that was going to be the answer to all of our problems and all this stuff, and we're not even making $9,000 a month. How are you making that a minute? And so you started realizing that the Matrix is made up, that it just doesn't, it works for those who don't subscribe to it, and then it wants a mass majority of us to subscribe to the Matrix because then it keeps the machine going, because the machine benefits those up there, the elite. But you saw that. You saw the holes in this. And your soul was committed to making it all crash down. Your soul was committed to making sure it all crashed down. You were committed to learning the anti-matrix, if you will. You were committed to learning what is real. Like not what are we taught, like what is the reality. And so that's when you went on this spiritual journey or on this self-love journey or whatever journey that you are on. That's why you went on with it, and you started like bonding with yourself, bonding with your higher power, however you see your higher power. And I'm seeing like you are a person that you love to stay a student, and so that's why you'll always be the best teacher, because you'll never just go to school and learn that stuff and then teach it that way for the rest of your life, because things are always changing. People's needs are always changing. But then also there's this sense of like false history that you didn't want to be a part of. Because it's like reminding me when I was in school, I was a very good student, and I retain information fairly well, but history, never my strong suit. And I'm starting to realize I have a feeling that I struggled with history because we were not being taught real history. We were being taught alternate history, and my soul was really struggling to attach to this fake false history that we were selling to the kids. And so you are staying in this student energy, which is what makes you the perfect teacher, because now you can start helping others get on a fresh start, have a new beginning, because you're never going to stop learning and adjusting. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Like, you're one of those people that like, I'm gonna do this no matter what. And why am I shuffling my cards like this? Like, why is one arm under my leg? I don't know. I don't think I do that normally. So this new start, this fresh start, a loaded God complex. It's coming in divine timing, which I think is where that loaded God complex comes into. Your fresh start is here. Is this more than you bargained for? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure this journey is it's harder than you ever thought it would be. But like, here's the deal, friend. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, honestly, we wouldn't need people like you, okay? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, and nobody would need to be learning this from other things. You know, it would just be, you could be Googling it and figuring it out, right? You are doing something very special. Not all wonder who are lost. And even when you were lost, you were never really lost. You were just seeking something you didn't understand. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but the divine has been helping you. The divine is lifting you up. And that God complex, I think you and God, spirit, the universe are just fighting about the timing. I think you're tired of God's timing. I think you're tired of the universe's timing. And I know that there's okay, it's for the better, that there's a reason divine timing is happening the way it does, like the dominoes and everything needs to be in place. Like, you understand it, but you're still arguing. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because it means you want it. It means you're fighting for it. It means that you're not giving it up. It means that the light is at the end of the tunnel. It means that regardless of how hard it's getting, you're not just giving up and looking at your other options or wanting to go backwards. You're just like, okay, I've been doing this. When is enough enough? Like, that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm going to cry about it. I love this energy. Because you're recalling your power. Because if they hadn't pushed you this far, you wouldn't know you were this powerful. You wouldn't know you were this strong. You wouldn't know if somebody had told you that you were going to be on this journey, you'd be like, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But they're making you reclaim your power by forcing you to go through something that you never in a million years thought you possibly were strong enough to go through it. Okay? Okay? Do you understand now? They are pushing you. They are draining every ounce out of you to show you how amazing you are, to show you there's not always going to be pain, to show you, that's not even where I was trying to go, to show you that you have always been royalty, that you have always been special. And now the song Bad and Bougie by Migos is on. Okay, friends? If that's not confirmation, soulmate, divine love, the give and take is about to be balanced. You're about to be paid back for everything you gave.